Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? All right, so let's get going. We've got a little bit of DanMachi up today. Memoria Freese. They popped out a little event here a few days ago. I've been going through it, so I waited until I finished it and had a chance to take a look at it before I went ahead and did a video on it. But it's basically called the Elven Rondo. And that's a rerun, so this is an event that occurred back before I was playing the game. So this is a rerun. So they're reintroducing the game. And so if you got some of these characters and you're looking to pull them out of the pull them out there and get them using them, this is you might want to do it in this quest just to keep with the theme. So basically, it's basically just Lefiya is going to a sort of like the spirit forest for a sort of like festival party type thing. And as you know, Rivera's part of the she's part of the royal family, Elven royal family. So they deem it against her wishes, of course, that she have some companions to bodyguards, is what they're really supposed to be, to accompany her on this as she goes, travels to the festival. And so they have a little quest, and it's since it's an Elven festival, only elves can attend. So end up Lefiya, Ryu, Filvis, and they accompany her, and they go to the festival, and of course something happens, and I'm not going to spoil that part for you. You go ahead and go through the event. But so that's what it's about. So it's a nice event. I mean, I was unfamiliar with the tale, so it was very interesting to me. You'll be able to fully limit break Elegant Elf Lefiya. She's a 4-star character. She is, of course, a free-to-play character, so the power's not quite on par with some of the other units. But if you don't have a magic character, I would suggest getting her, and that's incantation. That's the one I have. It's this one right here, Elegant Elf Lefiya. So let's take a look at her stats. She's a balanced type character, so she does both physical attack and magic attack. But as you can see, the stats they're not bad. I mean, she's not a bad character. If you're looking for a water attacker, and she does have a little bit of damage reduction, so so that's not bad. And she's got a little bit of heal. Okay, hit point heal. Okay, so she's not a bad character. She's a balanced character, so she does some healing, damage reduction, and she puts out a little bit of damage. So she's not a bad character. That's what That's what I like to tell people. I mean, yeah, your free-to-play characters are not going to be quite on the level, as some of the free-to-play characters that you get, as we evidenced with Fierce Rage or Tarl, and how much more of a damage he was doing when he's maxed out, comparable to some of the free-to-play characters that I have maxed out. So, and this is the same thing. But if you're a new player, and if you're a player who's lacking a heal, if you don't have a Hirohime or something like that, you might want to snatch her up. You only got to do it. It's very simple. You just have to complete the quest. You have to complete it, on all 3 versions. I'm finishing up very hard right now. I've got all of them, but the last one, I've got 4 more levels, and I'll get the last one right here. So I have 4 of her. So I'm probably not going to. I'm probably not going to. Here she is. I'm just starting to level her up. I've got the 4 bonds. I'm probably not going to really limit her up, just simply because I don't see the need to waste the phone. Considering I already have an excellent healer in Hirohime and an excellent healer assist in Amid, so I really don't see the need to be. But if your character is just starting, or if you looking for another character, especially for war games, so definitely complete this quest. Go through, get all 5, fully break her. It's a fully limit broke character. Okay, she's gonna help your team. Okay. Even if you've been playing for a while, and this is a chance to fully limit break, fully power up, the characters. So you definitely want to do that. If you're just starting out, it's definitely something that you should do. You just need stamina. It's 27 long. You complete it on normal. then just do hard, then very hard, and just knock them out. And you'll get all the bonds you need to fully limit breaker. So you definitely want to do it. It's something to look for. Also, Familiar Rush is back. So if you're in a Familiar, make sure that you do go in and do your daily battles to assist the Familiar, so you get scores and you get rewards, of course, for that. So make that. Of course, Arena is back. So we've got a Record Buster back. There is actually a pool for the Record Buster bosses. If you go look in the gacha. This one just came up today, or I think it might have been yesterday. This is a Lily pool. They had the Bell pool, then the Hestia pool. Now they're having a Lily pool. So if you want to take a chance on that, I guess they'll probably have Wealth and Makoto here sometime in the future. But this is the one you might want to look at. This right here is the Record Buster Gacha pool. So these are the bosses. You got Finn and Reveria. So it's Brave Spearman Finn and Crimson Balefire Reveria. I was looking at this Crimson Balefire Reveria quite well too, and the reason I wanted to consider this is because these characters they're newly added and they're not time limited, and they're going to be added as regular units. So these are not going to be time limited units. So you can use Prism Bonds to level these up. You don't have to get the Star Bonds. You can use the Prism Bonds, which are a little bit easier to come by. So you might want to consider this. I was considering her because I'm sort of lacking a magic attack character, and she looks to be really good in some of her props. I was looking at her stats, and she's definitely a good character. Finn's definitely a good character as well too, but he's physical attack. So if you're considering, I don't have, I have the standard Reveria. I've got her, Royal Elf, and then I've got the white, Holy White Royal. And this is her Crimson Balefire. So this is a purely a magic attack. She is available for Ascension, and she's got an SSS on magic. That's excellent. So she's definitely up there. She's definitely comparable, and she's got some pretty good. She's got a buff skill. Okay, magic fire buff, fire resistance for 2 turns, but it's also magic resist, and she's also got damage plus 70% for 3 turns, which is really comparable with some of the newer characters that they're bringing out that have a huge buff on their attack for multiple turns. So the ones I've got, you've got Royal Elf, she's a 4, and then you've got Holy White Royal as well. I got those just as I've been playing the game. So this is the latest iteration of her. So and she's got one of the bosses inside of Record Buster. So if you can see how much and what the animations look like if you want to check it out within there. She's not up right now. Finn's up right now. But she'll be the next time they have it up, she'll probably be running it. But there is definitely a draws for her if you're looking to do it. So you might want to consider it. I'm not sure. I'm like toggling. I'm like, I want to do it. I don't want to do it. So I don't know. It's one of those things. Well, will it have a high impact on my team? Not really, because of the fact that she's not a. I was looking at it. I was hoping the damage would be slightly more. I do love the fact that she's got an SSS, a triple S stat on her magic, though, and that's really starting to lean to me, which means she's going to be useful. The fact that she has a high magic stat like that enables her to, cast some of her large-scale spells much further into the battles, and plus the fact that some characters, some of the enemies, have physical resistance or take more damage from magic attacks. So I don't know. I've still got some time to decide. The banner's going to be up until the 20th, so it's going to be up for at least another 19 days. So it's not like I got to decide right now. But I'll probably will end up taking some draws on it simply because they're going to be introduced it as regular characters. So they will be like Fierce Rage, not time limited. So you can use Prison Bonds for this, which are much easier to get when you got some of the other characters such as your Hemate, which is a time-limited character. So they're going to be entered in to be regular, and I'd like to have some of that because a lot of mine are time-limited characters. So it'd be nice to actually have another character that I could use. I do already have one Prism Bond, as a matter of fact, that I have not been able to use because I really haven't found a character that I was really interested in putting it on. So it's just sitting there right now. But so I'm leaning towards this. Of course, the banner is, it's a 50-50 chance to get her. As you know, on the last banner when we had Fierce Rage and Freya, I got really, 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 really lucky and pulled Fierce Rage on five of the banners, and I was able to get him with 4, and then I used one of my Prism Bonds to fully max him out. But I got really lucky and was able to get quite a few. So I might end up getting, maybe more for Finn, which is not bad. If you take a look at Finn's damage here in the status board, or I'm sorry, not the status board, in the album here, if you want to take a look at Finn. This album is very useful. This is one of the most useful elements of the game for you to take a look and get an idea of whether or not it's a character you want to go for, if it's got the damage output that you're looking. So this is Finn, so this will be right here, Brave Spearman. So if he's also an ascended character. So he's got pretty good stats too. Damage is, slightly less on the magic side, but he does have, a nice, a little bit of a magic too. No triple S stats like Memoria had. They're double S. So that puts him a little bit on the lower side. But one thing he has is he has a 40% seal. He also has physical resist and light resist. And then he has a 60% increase on strength and light attack. So he's going to do more damage than you're actually seeing. Another interesting thing he has is he has a 10% upon penetration, and he has a dark resist. And then he has a 20% plus 25% on strength, agility, and dexterity. And then a plus 50% towards dragons. So any enemy dragons, which is what you'll see if you look in Hero Ascent right now. On the 7th zone, you will see that some of the beasts that you will fight in this are actually dragons. So that is an added buff against them as well. So that helps out if you want to choose him as well too. So they're both really good characters. So I'm chugging around it right now. So if I do decide to do the pools, I will of course make a video on me having the pools. And also don't forget about the banner for Lily. Again, this is just like the previous ones. There's a lot of lilies, so you might not get a lily that's useful to you in any regard that it can be used from, to really make the character usable right now. But if it's something you're looking for, I myself am looking for a Welf. I really don't have much in the way of a good Welf except for the base 4 Welf of him. So I was thinking maybe I might look at if they do have a Welf. I'm sure they'll have a Welf and a Makoto pool. They've had Hestia Bell, and now they've got Lily. I assume they're doing a pool based on the Hestia's Familia. So that's why I assume this is up. So this is going until the 7th. So this is for another 6 days. So if you're looking for a Welf or a Makoto, you might want to hold off. Because I'm sure those banners will be coming shortly. And I assume they'll have, based on what I'm seeing here, if this ends the 7th, then on the 14th, they'll have, So I'm assuming that they've got time until the original ending of the certain gods and Familia. They've still got that time frame to introduce it, based on what I'm seeing. So they'll have this run until the 7th. And then on the 7th, they'll kick in a Welf banner. That banner will run till the 14th. And then on the 14th, they'll pop up Makoto banner, which will run until the 20th. And as you look, if you look at the actual event, okay, it's going to end right here as soon as they end this particular event that they have up. So on the 20th, they'll probably end everything and start up with, they'll start their new event, whatever it's going to be, and those will be gone. So that's based on the days that they seem to be rolling this out. They've got enough time for 2 more. So we'll see if they're actually going to do that. Put Welf and Makoto in there. They might not. They might just end it on the 6th with Lily, but you see Makoto and Welf right here in the picture for the banner. They're all in here. So I'm assuming they're going to have a banner for each. Just, and they do have the time frame to do that. They'd have to get it done by the 20th if they continue with their current phase. So yeah, I would expect it to happen. So if you want to Welf for Makoto, I think it's safe to say that you can probably hold off if you want to spend your more. But considering that these pools are only 200 Iris, that's like half off Iris. If you look at it, it's 200. Okay, yeah. Might want to do it if you're looking for it. But Lily's not one of my ones that I'm looking for at the moment. If I had maybe a couple of her that were like 3 or something, I might. But nah, too many Lilies for me. So, but yeah, if some of you look like it, but you can get in there and do the pool. I'm starting to really regret the fact that I didn't pull on that Freya banner that they had back there when they introduced the 2 new stories to get Alfred and the Lion. I should have actually pulled on that, but I held off because I was hoping that they were going to have Fierce Rage, and they did. Well, I was hoping. I didn't know it was going to be Fierce Rage, but I was hoping they were going to have an Otaro because we did see him in the story, and they did. So that's really the main reason I was holding off. I really did not realize I was, of course, going to get that lucky and actually pull that many of him. So I was really happy with that. So that's where we're at. But yeah, so they got that up. New Familiar Rush, Record Buster. So get in there and level up your characters. And if you want to take advantage of the banners, now's a good time. If you're looking for, a Reveria and a Finn, they're up and they're pretty good characters. And they're not going to be time limited, so you can use Prism Bonds on them to bring them up instead of, you don't have to worry about the Star Bonds. Star Bonds is a little bit more difficult to get. Star Bonds require the Star Bonds you can get from the shop. They require if you do the Serious and Double, you get the Prism Bonds. Okay, you also get Prism Bonds from the Special Exchange. Here in these are Prism Bonds. See, there's 2 ways to get the Prism Bonds, and they're easily doable. The only way to get the Star Bonds is through the to get the gnome tickets, okay? And you got to get a lot of gnome tickets. As you can see, I'm not to a point where I can get one yet. Now you get gnome tickets through the time limited quests and the events. And if you're looking at your events, you'll usually see them here in the time limited. You'll usually see some gnome tickets. I think I've already cleared out all the, yeah, they're right here. Earn 1 to forgive 1,400 gnome tickets. Okay, so you're going to get 20 here. So you can get them things, and you can get them for rewards and various different things. Here's one in Record Buster. If you get to a certain amount, if I get to 27 mil, I think, yeah, I'm at 23.1 million right now. So I will be getting 27 to get these extra 5 tickets, but it's only 5. You're not going to get 1,000. So as you can see, it just takes a really long time to get the gnome tickets that you need. You also see gnome tickets inside of the actual event. If you look in the exchange, you'll see gnome tickets right here, Okay, so there's ways to get them, but you got to get a lot of them. Okay, and it takes a really long time. It's just much easier to get the Prism Bonds. So it's a lot, you can level them up a little bit quicker. So and those 2 characters, Reveria and Finn, they will not be time limited. They will be regular characters, so you'll be able to use the Prism Bonds on them and not have to worry about a star. Okay, so that's my thinking on it. So I'm definitely looking for a character that's not time limited, which is what keeps making me go, do I do it or do I not do it? But if I do decide to pull the trigger, I will of course do a video, and we'll see how much my luck holds. Hopefully it would hold as much as it did with Fierce Rage Otaro, who is now my favorite character, and he is top of the line. So we'll see. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to go to a video. So it's up there. It's a good story. It's a rerun. So it's a chance for you to, if you look at in here, you'll see the Lily banner and the Record Buster banner. But you also got this right here. So if you did this event previously, okay, this is a rerun. So if you did this event previously and you did the drawing on this previously, you might already have some of these characters. And you might, this is another way to get more bonds for them, okay? So you definitely want to consider that because, you know, let's say that you did this originally and you got a couple Filbuses. Well, you have a bond here, 50% chance to get another, you know, some more Filbuses. If you got Rio, there's no 50% chance to get some more Rios. Same with, you know, with one of the actual ones I have in there. I'm sorry, I hit my button here, hit the wrong button. And then there's this other banner here, which has Shally in it, which is Filbus, Ryu, but it also has Ina Tool. Now, Ina Tool, I'm not going to spoil it, but she, okay, well, Reveria likes Ina Tool, okay, so that's just what that is. But Ina is actually not in the actual event. She's mentioned at the end of event by Reveria, but they do have a banner for her. So if you have Ina and you're looking for an assist, you can get this, okay? But this one here's got all of them in there. So if you have any of the Royals, this is a much better chance to actually get these units, okay? So you know, if you did the event previously, you might want to you know, consider definitely pulling on it because the events here you can get some more of the actual, you know, more of the actual characters. So that's what I like when they do rerun events, which is why I hold on to a lot of the characters that I get from the previous ones, just because when they have a rerun, I'll have a chance to get some more. But yeah, so definitely want to look at it, okay? And this banner's up, of course, until the 20th, so you got plenty of time. The event's run until the 20th, so you've still got 19 days, so it's not like you have to do it right now. But unfortunately, you know, you know, it's still not 100% chance or 50% chance that you'll get, you know, whatever you're looking for, but it's a lot better than considering how many characters there are. So it's 25% chance, I would guess, since there's 4 in this one, as to whether or not you would get her. And then in the other one, it's this one's 3, so 33.3%. And now it looks like Ina Tool, the assist, is actually in both of the banners, so you can have a chance to get her on either one. So a little bit more of a chance to get her as well too. But you know, for 200 hours, can't beat that. Okay, normal pools are 400, so a 200 is nice. So if you got any characters, you might want to look at it. Okay, but yeah, so that's it. So go ahead and thanks a lot for watching the video. And I hope you enjoy the game. And I'm so nice that they popped out another event. It's really nice the way they keep events rolling here. They're just always giving you stuff, giving you new stuff to keep you, keep you attended to the game. So go ahead and put a like on the video if you like it. And go ahead and click the subscribe button. Remember to click on the bell beside it if you want to be notified whenever I drop a video. This is Ken Rear, still in the corner, signing out.